Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we learned how to play around with variables and perform different operations on them using different mathematical operators. In this video, we are going to finish the next few challenges on Codecademy. Conditional statements. In our daily lives, we make many decisions. Our actions are determined by these decisions we make. Okay, let's not get too philosophical here. We can write code which will be executed only if certain criteria are met. The statements which determine which code blocks are executed in a given scenario are called conditional statements. In this example, this example illustrates the basic structure of an if condition. If we are sleepy, we sleep in. Else, if we are not sleepy, we start our day. In the next few lessons, we will learn about if, else statements, comparison operators, logical operators, truthy versus falsy values, ternary operators, and the switch statement. If statement. As we write more code, it becomes necessary for us to handle different scenarios in our code. Imagine you want to write a program which performs one of four mathematical operations depending on the user input. The user has to enter only one operation, but your code has to be ready to handle any operation which the user enters. This is where the if statement comes in. It executes a set of code depending on whether or not its condition is satisfied. A general if statement consists of the if keyword, the condition within a pair of parentheses, and the statements which are to be executed if this condition is true. Using the let keyword, declare a variable named sale. Assign the value true to it. So let sale is equal to true. Let's click run. Now create an if statement. Provide the if statement a condition of sale. Inside the code block of the if statement, console.log the string time to buy. So I come here and say if sale console.log time to buy. So now this statement should be executed because the condition holds a value of true. Let's run this and see what happens. Time to buy is indeed logged to the console. Notice that the code inside the if statement ran since time to buy was logged to the console. Below the sale variable declaration, but before the if statement, reassign sale to false. Run your code and observe what happens. We'll be changing this behavior in the next exercise. So I'll come here and say sale is equal to false. Now when I click run, the console is empty and the challenge is complete because the console is empty because the condition within the parentheses is false. If-else statements. More often than not, we want to write code which will execute even if a condition is not satisfied to keep the program running. This is where the else block comes in. If an if condition is not true, the code in the else part gets executed. The else block acts as default code which runs when all the if statements in the program are false. In this example, the condition for the if statement is false, and therefore this code will not execute. So since this if condition is false, the code in the else block will get executed. This should not come. Let's close this off. Let's close this. Yeah, good. Now we can come to the instructions. Add an else statement to the existing if statement. Inside the code block of the else statement, console.log the string time to wait for a sale. So I come here and say, honestly, else console.log time to wait for a sale. Make this T uppercase. And let's review the code before running it. The value of sale is false. So that means the condition for the if statement is also false. That means the code in the else block will get executed. So ideally, time to wait for a sale should be logged to the console. Let's run and see what happens. Time to wait for a sale is indeed logged to the console, and we can go to the next lesson. Comparison operators. A common way to write conditions is by using comparison operators like less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, or not equal to. Comparison operators work very similar to mathematical comparison operators. In this example, we are checking if 10 is less than 12. It evaluates it true because 10 is indeed less than 12. In the next example, we are checking whether the string apples is equal to the string oranges. This evaluates to false because obviously apples is not equal to oranges. Using let, create a variable named hunger level and set it equal to 7. So let hunger level is equal to 7. Let's click run and see what happens. Write an if-else statement using a comparison operator. The condition should check if hunger level is greater than 7. If so, the conditional statement should log time to eat. Otherwise, it should log we can eat later. So let's come over here and say if hunger level is greater than 7, greater than 7, we write console.log time to eat. So now let's review this code again. Hunger level is declared. Hunger level is given the value of 7. The condition checks whether hunger level is greater than 7. So ideally, this statement should not come to the console because hunger level is equal to 7 and 7 is not greater than 7. So let's run the code and see. Okay, there's some error over here. Did you add an else statement to the if statement? Okay, I forgot to add the else statement. Let's add it now. Else console.log, yes, I forgot this, time to eat later. So now since this condition is false, the statement time to eat later should come to the console here. So let's run and see what happens. Time to eat later indeed comes. There's another error in the console.log. Does we can eat later? Did I? Oh my god! It's supposed to say. I'm just going to copy this code over here so I won't make any more mistakes. We can eat later. Now that seems correct. Let's see what happens now. Okay, we did this now. We can go to the next challenge. Logical operators. Working with logical operators means we will be playing with booleans, that is true and false values. There are 3 logical operators: and, or, and the not operator. So logical operators only compare boolean values. Didn't make sense, right? Let's come to this example over here. The left side of this condition checks whether the variable stop light is equal to green, and the right side checks whether pedestrian is equal to 0. Let's come to the console and declare 2 variables. Let's stop light is equal to green within quotes, and let pedestrians is equal to 0. Now let's come to the example. Stop light is equal to green, which is true, and pedestrians is equal to 0, which is also true. So now the if condition asks the question true or true. So AND operation returns true if both the conditions if the conditions on either side are true. That means if the variables are declared like this, the statement go will be logged to the console. Let's try changing the value of pedestrians. If we make it 1, the left side remains true, but the right side becomes false because pedestrians is equal to 1. So true and false will return false. Let's put back pedestrians to 0 and make this red instead of green. So now the left side becomes false because stoplight is not equal to green, but the right side is true because pedestrian is equal to 0. False and true returns false. That means this statement will not be executed, and the stop will be logged to the console. Now if we make pedestrian is equal to 1 and leave stoplight as it is, stoplight is not equal to green and pedestrians is not equal to 1. That means false and false will return false. That means one more time, the string stop will be logged to the console. The OR operator returns a value of true if either one of the conditions are true. So now let's declare the variable day in the console. So let day is equal to Saturday. So now using this declaration, let's try and review this example. So the left condition says if day is equal to Saturday, or day is equal to Sunday. So we have made day is equal to Saturday. That means that the left side is true, but the right side is false because day is not equal to Sunday. However, when you're using the OR operator, the only one of the conditions have to be true for this operator to return a true value. The left side is true, but the right side is false, but still it will return true because the left side is true. So the string enjoy the weekend should be logged to the console. If we change the value of Saturday to Sunday, the left side becomes false, but the right side is true. We have at least one true value, which makes the OR operator return a true value, and yet again the string enjoy the weekend is logged to the console. However, if we change the day to Monday, the day is not equal to Saturday and the day is not equal to Sunday. It is false or false, which makes the entire if condition false. So in this case, the else statement gets executed, and the string do some work gets printed to the console. The not operator is very simple. So in this example, the Codecademy has declared a variable excited and given it a value of true. So if we console.log the value of not excited, it returns a value of false because the opposite of the variable excited is false. Similarly, we have declared the variable sleepy and given it the value of false. If we console.log the value of not sleepy, the JavaScript returns a value of true because not sleepy, that is not false, is equal to true. So in main.js, there are two variables, mood and tiredness level. Let's create an if-else statement that checks if mood is sleepy and tiredness level is greater than 8. If both conditions evaluated true, then console.log the string time to sleep. Otherwise, we should console.log not bedtime yet. Let's remove this declaration first and say if mood is equal to sleepy and tiredness level, that means we have to use the AND operator, and tiredness, I cannot type anymore, tiredness level is greater than 8. We have to console.log what do we console.log? Time to sleep. Else we should do this, console.log not bedtime yet. So now let's review this code. We have two variables, mood and sleepy, mood and tiredness level. Mood holds a value of sleepy and tiredness level holds a value of 6. In the first condition, we are checking whether mood is equal to sleepy, which is true, and then the second statement we are checking whether tiredness level is greater than 8. If we come over here, we see that this condition is false. That means true and false will return false. That means this entire if condition is false, and therefore the code inside the else block will get executed. So ideally, the string not bedtime yet should appear on the console here. Let's run and see what happens. Not bedtime yet comes to the console, but we have made a mistake. In a condition, did you check if mood is equal to sleepy and tiredness level greater than 8? Did we make a mistake? If mood is equal to sleepy. Oh, we forgot to put another extra equal to sign. Now let's run this again. And it is time to sleep. I'm just gonna copy this again. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I put an extra full stop over there. I'm still gonna do this. Let's close this and run. We still get not bedtime yet, and the challenge is done finally. So now let's do some bonus things. After you press run, play around with the OR operator and the NOT operator. What happens if you negate the value of the entire statement with NOT and switch to OR operator instead of AND? So now let's do as it done over here. Let's remove and put OR over here. So now this condition becomes if mood is equal to sleepy or tiredness level is greater than 8, console.log time to sleep. So now mood is indeed sleepy, but tiredness level is 6, which is less than 8. But the first condition is true and the second condition is not. True or false will return true. That means this if condition is true, and therefore the string time to sleep will be logged to the console. It's very simple. Let's run this and see what happens. Time to sleep is indeed logged to the console. So guys, that was it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can find me on social media if you follow the links in the description below. Thank you for watching.